How's it going to all my game lords, game nerds, and everyone in between? How are you doing today? Today I'm going to be cleaning a cartridge that I picked up yesterday. I made a trade. But one of the things that I really want to talk about is the sheer, how would you say this? Like, it's something that I've been pondering, and it's kind of like the mindset of people who are trying to sell video games, consoles, and accessories. And some of the mindsets that some people have really, truly, and honestly blow me away. So the concept is this. Someone had asked me to take a look at their console and give them a price, and it was damaged. There was some stuff in the back of the console that looked pretty rough, you know. So I told him, I was like, hey, if you're an average Joe walking in and I wasn't treating you as a friend right now, I would honestly, probably only offer you $30. And the fact of the matter is one, the console's dirty. Two, it's damaged. And three, there's costs involved in time because I can't sell a product like that. But that's what a lot of people are getting. They see this value in a Nintendo 64. The average resale price is $90, and maybe 30% of those people trying to sell that console clean it. And I'm not talking like a deep clean or to bring the console back to like new status to the best of the ability. It's actually, I'll just take a little wet wipe it down real quick, slap a sticker on it, call it good. And that's something that's always bothered me as far as business models and how people have tried to do things in the past. And quite frankly, it doesn't really do anything for anybody. I think it's a sham. I think people are getting screwed out of, money that they're buying to have something because right now there's a fad behind it. People are remembering their childhood and are getting excited over the feelings and the emotions they have because, honestly, right now, things in our culture suck. And because it sucks, it's uninviting, and in the gaming community in general, a lot of the new games suck. They push agendas, they force ideologies. It's not just an experience anymore. It's we want to draw you to this thought and or conclusion, so you're a part of our thought and or conclusion. And it's gotten really bad, especially in the last 4 to 5 years. Let's take Halo for a prime example. Halo used to be 343. A lot of people hate it when Halo 4 came out, Halo 5 came out, and this latest Halo, for whatever reason, I'm brain farting on it. For the storyline, I enjoyed the Halos. I enjoyed the game physics. I thought they were really good, especially Halo 4. To me, Halo 4 had some of the best gaming physics since the original Halo. Now, everyone goes, oh, it's Halo 3, Halo 3. Well, I'm sorry, but I really feel like the secondary weapon system that they had in Halo 3 was still gimmicky. It was doable, but still frustrating in Halo 2. In Halo 3, they made it a little better, but Halo 4, they went back to more of the traditional single-wielded weapon use and concentrated on some of the physics and their grenades and stuff. Love it. Absolutely great game. If I were to have hate on that game on any level, it would be the Watchers. Those little flying creatures of stupidity are probably the dumbest, most spammy object I've ever experienced in a game. But hey, I digress here. The concept of what I'm trying to say is people are getting greedy, and they think their junk, because it's in demand, is worth money. Well, you can polish a turd, and it's still a turd. The only thing that you can do to change the retrospect of what it is to make it to where the item is actually worth value. And that's one of the hardest things, just being a game collector in general. I buy and or find very few games in general that are mint, that I don't have to touch. 90% of every game that I've ever bought and I've had to clean. Now, for granted, some are a little better than others, but I'm picky. I want my stuff minty. I want them to look brand new. This is a refurbishing process that I put this game through, and it's shiny. It's gorgeous. The pins are delicious. You could eat off of them. It's amazing. To me, that is what a collector's value is. The condition of what it is. And the thing that drives me nuts is so many people are driving crap that they don't touch or invest any time into, and they think that it's worth the same amount as this game. Or they just pull something out of a box that's super dusty and dirty, probably hasn't ever been tested. They turn it on to make sure the power works, and then they say, hey, it's great, good to go. But they don't test any of the resistors, commonly known issues in power supplies, or even test the power regulation coming from it to make sure in the long-term use of it sitting around for 15 years that it's not going to cause any further damage. So now you got these people who are buying the stuff, and it's eventually going to turn into a Russian roulette, where you get something good, you get lucky, and it'll last you for a while. But at the same time, things are getting to the age where if you don't know what you're buying and where you're getting it from, it's not going to last you. And that's one of the things that I think I see the potential retro gaming market heading into. The fact where stuff just not working anymore, and it's all going to go to emulation. And I'm neutral in emulation. I think emulation is great in certain aspects and in certain things. But one thing I do know, being a purist in playing video games for all the years that I've played video games, probably 35 years plus, I notice a difference in controls in emulation. Sometimes they're improved, and sometimes they're not. Sometimes the game loses its uniqueness in the emulation process because you're not playing with a controller that it's designed to. Trust me, there's a part of me that wishes this game right here was dual joystick all day long. But at the end of the day, there is a uniqueness and a challenge to the game to play it with the controls that it was designed in. And not only that, but it also gives you a true retrospect of how things evolve and where they came from today. So that's my rant. I see people doing things online, selling garbage, and people are flocking to it. I don't understand it. I don't get the premise of why people would rather buy junk and have an opportunity for it to fail on them versus having a product they know is working, tested, and has a warranty behind it. I don't get it. And I don't understand the mindset that people have that they think that a good game, let's say this is a $150 game. Actually, let's use this one because it's a little worse. $150 game, okay? But then it's got discoloration in it. It's got issues with it. I don't understand why people think this is still worth $150. And then also, shame on the person that would spend $150 on something that's obviously not collector's value of $150. So, I guess starting this game store, having a process that I believe in, trying to represent a product that I can live with and be proud of, being surrounded by almost everything that feels like the extreme opposite of what I'm doing, I find myself frustrated and almost questioning if my process and the desire to truly save the consoles is even really worth it. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you.